Hey y'all, welcome to My Vibes on Love Always Cece the podcast. I got Lex here on today and so excited to talk with him about just minding our own business, right? So he has been in the service, he was in the service for about 20 years, right?
To be exact.
And what branch were you in?
Air Force.
Air Force. Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Tell a little bit more about yourself. Like, you have any hidden talents that people don't necessarily know about? Like, you don't really share?
Hidden talents. I do play the guitar a little bit. That's something a lot of people don't know that I do. I have to hide that, kind of being, young, black, and nerdy in school. Didn't want to get picked on. I just kind of kept that, in the closet, if you will. But yeah, that's, hidden talents like that. And I just sing in church a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, if you never went to church, then you never saw me sing.
Okay.
So some people don't know that I actually sing a little bit.
Okay, you might have to play a little bit.
I'm going to try to. There you go.
Okay. So we're just really talking about self-care and just really about what it is. Because it's different for everybody, And so what the things that you do necessarily to, do self-care for yourself?
Self-care, let's see. One of the major things that I do for self-care is try to get a little bit of exercise here and there.
Okay.
I don't work out as much as I used to, obviously, being in the military. But just try to go running, try to get myself off, my mind off some of the negativity in life because there's so much going on out there right now. Of course, the state of politics, and of course, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now, the whole nine.
Right.
But just doing something to get my mind off of that to become, feel healthier. Also, we don't necessarily, not everyone attends church around here, but I do log on and watch my brother, who is an assistant pastor, and my uncle back at home. Yeah, they do that. They spread the word, so I got protecting some of that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, just because we have a little history, because we know each other, because he was in the service with my brother as well, and so, Air Force. But I was, of course, and you went through a divorce, and we know what it means to really start over. You know what I mean? And so, what are some things that you really had to take note, do inventory with self after that?
I actually had to do a lot of reflecting and looking at myself. What are the things that I did that caused a divorce? Was I not patient enough? Did I not have all the tools that it took to maintain a healthy relationship? Get closer with God and everything, and try to just fix some of the cracks in my foundation and go from there.
Right. Because I know for me, it was like a pros and cons, like different things that I was like, okay, what did I need to work on? You know what I mean? And it kind of really started redefining myself in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like you start really okay. Because it's not all on one person. It's two people in a relationship. And so you start to realize different things that you kind of I need to do better for me.
True.
And there are parts of myself that is really not all that great. True. But it can get better if I work on those areas.
Refine myself,
Yeah, exactly. It's like self-discovery. And so that's a journey that we go through,
Absolutely.
So what are some things that you would kind of tell someone from a man perspective as that self-care that you should want to start doing a part of your regular routine and things like that?
Okay, first and foremost, I would say get yourself mentally healthy after a huge breakup like that. Do whatever it takes to get yourself centered. Second, I'll take part in the physical aspect of it. Not just because you want to look good, but just for your better well-being. Third, I would say take your time, get to know yourself, and don't just try to hop back out there. Things will change, and you will notice that when you start dating people again or whatnot. But all that will come in due time. But just take your time to just get reacquainted with yourself. Do you like things now that you didn't like before the relationship started? Are you interested in something new out there? Just refigure out who you are and then go from there. Because if not, then you're going to just be in this continuous downward spiral of trying to get someone new and not even knowing what you like or what you don't like, and trying to satisfy someone who you may not even have a connection with.
Right. And I also, for me, it was I started to understand what I needed.
Yes.
What I wanted, what I was not tolerating. It started creating boundaries.
Definitely. Boundaries.
You know what I mean? Boundaries. It's and that's within self. It was I had to check myself, you didn't have boundary there. You didn't, those different things. And so you start really having this care for yourself in a way that you looked at life differently and approach relationships, all type of relationships differently after you go through something so unifying, but yet now you standing on your own and you trying to figure your way through this new space. You know what I mean? And so it's totally different. You know,
definitely. Boundaries is a huge one. I'm so glad you brought that up because I think I miss boundaries, but that's it. What you are willing to accept and what you are not willing to accept. And a lot of times we give up some of ourselves trying to please another person. And at the end, you're like, oh, I'm not even that person. Why did I even allow that to happen? Right. So if you don't have those boundaries up there, then you'll be following life, dragging right behind it.
Right. And just existing and not thriving, and not living, you know?
All your goals will be put aside, all the things you like will be put aside just for the happiness of another person who may or may not even appreciate what you're doing for them.
Right. Or if you're not expressing those things to them and you're just thinking they know you and they're supposed to know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and they're not in your mind, and if you're not vocally saying this is what I want or what I desire, let's work together. And it's just like when those are not expressed, you start having this resentful person that don't even be aware that you even have resentment for them, you know? And so it's important that self-care is about communicating.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's about communicating what is really within you that you really need to thrive in the life that we live in, you know?
True. And are you really being fair to the other person if they don't even know that you're happy with what's going on? That is like a huge one. That's definitely something I had to learn.
I could relate. It's so many different facets of this, but mainly it's about really, really discovering yourself. It's about setting the boundaries. It's about realizing what you don't want, what you do want. All these different things matter when you're trying to start over, and it's possible, right? It's possible. You can start over. You become better from it. You know.
Yes. Don't be afraid to start over. If you're unhappy in a relationship and you're at that point where you're just trying to figure out if you need to go, I hate to say this, but don't be afraid to find yourself. Because if not, you're going to be that person at the end of the road, at the end of your life, like, why did I sacrifice so much of myself when I'm not even happy? And that's terrible for a person to look back and see. Right.
Self-discovery. I think that's really what it is at the end of the day, self-discovery. Lex, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So at the end of the day, find who you are within yourself. And it's okay to start over. We're going to experience different things in our life, and it's okay. We learn and we live and we keep going. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay tuned. So every Monday, I'm dropping a new episode. Peace.
You know, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. 'Cause I know not everybody got a body like you. No, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play because I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off to get back in motion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. Oh, when that love comes down without devotion. Well, it takes us from the baby, but I'm shown to the door. 'Cause I gotta have faith.